Okay, just going to demonstrate how to do this really quickly. This assumes that your options are set to reset to game, which is a very convenient setting for the EverDrive in any case, and also that your save states are turned on, obviously. And so what I did, first things first, is I created a few SaveRam files. I named them .srm. You can name them .srm or .sav. Where did I get them from? Well, you can pull them directly out of the EDFC folder in the save folder. You just need any file in here. If you've made save states before on your EverDrive, you should have some just laying around. The main reason is that the file needs to already be the correct size, and so the most convenient way to do that is just copy it out of here. You can name it whatever you want to when you put it in the folder that you're going to put it in, but it needs to end with .srm or .sav. That's absolutely key, and the reason for that is it's going to open up a special menu when you go to select it. So the first thing I'm going to do in order to make my save state, like if I just wanted to make save states, my first step is I'm going to select and start my game, and so that's part of the process. So once I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and be in game. I'm going to play, and I'm going to get up to some point where I want to make a save state. So here I am playing this awesome game, and I've encountered what is effectively the first boss fight in the game. So I'm going to pause here, and I'm going to make a save state. Now, one thing that people don't know a lot of times about the EverDrive is that even if you're on reset to game, if you hold down the reset button for just a second, you actually go back to the last menu you were in, which is kind of convenient for this. And so I'm going to go to state 1 and I'm going to say SRAM to file. So I'm saving the save RAM that's currently being used and I'm saving it to a file. Now I can go back to my game just by hitting start. I don't have to hit anything else, and I can load my save state that I was at. And let's say now I want to beat this boss. I don't know how quickly I'm going to be able to beat this boss because it's been a while since I played this game, but I just kind of wanted an interesting spot to make my next save state. So let's see if I can beat these guys up really quickly. In the end, I'm just going to end up dying here, and it's going to make this pointless. And so now I'm on to like the next part of the game, and I could go in here, and I could be on to the next fight. So let's say that I want to make a save state here, so I'm going to make my save state, and then I'm going to hold down reset again, and I'm going to go to state 2, and I'm going to say SRAM to file. Now here's what makes this particularly convenient. One of the big problems with the way that people make EverDrive save states a lot of times is that because you've named a whole bunch of ROMs with different names, and they have their associated save RAM files that are in the saves folder, one of the issues is that when you load one of these saves to practice something, you can't make additional saves, because if you make additional saves, then it's going to save that updated save RAM to the file, and you're going to lose your really good practice save that you made. But one of the nice things about this is I can go to state 1 basically, and I can load this save RAM file. So I'm going to load this now, and I'm going to load my state. So here I am in the state 1 that I made, and I can work on this, and okay, so I'm practicing, and I can make more saves. And the benefit of this is that I haven't ruined my save file I made. So I just updated my save. You can actually see that instead of loading this, let me just show you that I did make a new save. So I made this new save right here. Not a particularly great spot, it's sort of in the middle of the fight, but if I go back to here, I can do file to SRAM again and hit start, and I've got my good practice save just waiting for me right here. So this is the other one that I made. And I can do this with any of them. I mean, I can show that any of these save RAMs are working properly. File to SRAM, hit start, you just hit start, that's all you hit. And here I am in the second state that we made. So the key here is when you're going to get ready to practice now, you go here and you go to select only. So this tells it just load the ROM, but don't start it yet. And then I pick the save RAM that I'm interested in. Okay, I want to start from state 1. So I go to file to SRAM and I hit start, just hit start. And now I'm ready to go from there. And even if I want to make additional saves, so I make a save here, you know, that's not my practice save. I can always reload it successfully without any incident, which is, I think is, in my opinion, was the weakness of the other way that people make EverDrive save states, is that, you know, you make a really good practice save at the beginning of a level, but if you want to practice the middle of the level, like from the middle of the level on, you can't make a new save state. Otherwise you lose your old practice save, and that sucks. So this has the added benefit that you aren't making a ton of copies of the same ROM, because honestly that's stupid. These are just little 32 kilobyte files for the save RAM. And you can just put these all in the same folder really easily. I've now sort of retrofitted my my save state setup that I had for practicing games. So, you know, like for instance, my Mega Man 2 folder now has just one ROM and a bunch of save RAM files. My Makaijima folder has just one ROM and a bunch of save RAM files. My Kid Cool folder has just one ROM and a bunch of save RAM files. So I find this much more convenient. You don't actually get into the issue that you usually get with the EverDrive as well, where it doesn't allow you to have too many save RAM files in the same folder. Because the problem used to be that they were all piled in this folder, and so this folder just filled up, and eventually you'd start getting errors, so you'd have to delete them or move them somewhere else temporarily. Now, because they're all in these practice folders, it's a lot more convenient, and so, you know, worth considering. Anyway, that was it. I just wanted to give a quick tutorial on how to do this.